Hello, I am Mystic Orange and you're listening to Talking in the Shadows. This is video hashtag 338. So in this video, I'm going to review the Scooby Doo Show. But before we get into this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe. Help me reach 500 subscribers. Make sure to check out my community tab as I post stuff there. Also, make sure to check out my recently posted YouTube shorts. I've made YouTube shorts based on the Scooby Doo Show monsters. I hope you get to enjoy the videos. So let's get into this video. I'm so excited to talk about the Scooby Doo Show. So the past 2 weeks I've been watching the Scooby Doo Show and making YouTube shorts out of the Scooby Doo Show monsters. It has been a fun experience. I've already made a review on the Scooby Doo Where Are You? I will link the video in the description and maybe in the community tab. So do check that out. So the Scooby Doo Show is the second show from the Scooby Doo franchise. The first one obviously being the Scooby Doo Where Are You? Because it's the second show from the Scooby Doo franchise, there's obviously going to be comparison between this show and Scooby Doo Where Are You? So be aware if I do compare the two shows. I obviously like both, but obviously there will be like which one do I prefer more. I think that really depends. The first thing I want to talk about is the title of the show. The title of the show is called the Scooby Doo Show. I do like this title, but I do think it's rather too simple. Comparing to other Scooby Doo shows where the titles are a bit more creative. For example, we have titles like Scooby Doo Where Are You? What's New Scooby Doo? Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated and Be Cool Scooby Doo. So I do think this title is rather too simple. I also think recognizing this show is rather difficult. So if you are talking about this show, you do not know if you're talking about the Scooby Doo Show as in this show or in general. So that's my thoughts on the Scooby Doo Show title. The next thing I want to talk about is the theme song of the show. I do like this theme song. I think it's really good. For the song, I do think it's good. But comparing to the Where Are You theme song, I think I prefer the Where Are You theme song more in terms of the song. I would say the Where Are You theme song is a bit more iconic and more memorable. But for the visuals, I prefer the Scooby Doo Show more. I think for the visuals, the Scooby Doo Show has better quality. I will link the video of this theme song in the description and I might put it in my community tab. The next thing I want to talk about are the characters from the show. For the most part, the characters are unchanged. I'm a little bit more warmer towards Daphne in the show. I do recognize her role in the show. She's pretty much a punching bag because every time a monster would kidnap her. But I do wish she was a bit more involved. We also get introduced by the Scooby Gang's family members. For example, I think Daphne, Velma and Shaggy each have a family member. I don't think either play a significant role in the show. I think the most noteworthy family member is Shaggy's uncle. His name is Uncle Shagworthy. He's basically Shaggy 2.0. And there's basically one episode dedicated to him. The next thing I want to talk about is the character Scooby Doo. We get introduced to two new additional characters. The first one Scooby Dum and the second one Scooby D. Because of these characters, I think they improve Scooby Doo's character. I think they change Scooby Doo's dynamic. Usually he's with Shaggy, but with these two it changes things up. So I think Scooby Doo is a bit more interesting in this show. And I personally love the dynamic between these dogs. I think it's really cute and wholesome. And I'm glad that Scooby Doo isn't going through the jealous route. I think that would be an easy thing to do, but I'm glad they didn't go for that. I'm glad that he's a bit more friendly towards these two. Usually shows similar to this, when they introduce a character, it's really quick for the titular character to be jealous, and I'm kind of tired of that trope. I think there's two ways they could have introduced a jealousy plot line. The first thing that is like Shaggy and Scooby dynamic, maybe he would have preferred Scooby Dum a bit more. The second one being trying to win Scooby Doo's affection, because there was an episode where they were attracted to Scooby Doo, but I'm glad they didn't go for the jealous route because I'm kind of tired of that trope. Um, so overall, I prefer Scooby Doo a lot more in this show. The next character I want to talk about is Scooby Dum. He appears in about like 4 or 5 episodes in season 1 and season 2. I really love Scooby Dum. I think he's a fun character. He presents himself as slow-witted and appears a bit more braver than Scooby Doo. And he seems a bit more enthusiastic about solving mysteries. I would consider Scooby Dum as my favourite character from this show. I do wish he appeared in more episodes though. Because Scooby Dum is added to this show, I think that makes the Scooby Doo Show significantly better than Scooby Doo Where Are You? But because there's only 5 episodes dedicated to Scooby Dum, the episode without Scooby Dum does feel a bit more generic, like the Scooby Doo Where Are You show. He's a bit like a chocolate chip cookie. Like if Scooby Doo Where Are You was a regular cookie, the Scooby Doo show would be chocolate chip cookie, and Scooby Dum will be chocolate chips. If you see what I'm getting at. So without him, it just feels generic. Bear in mind that the Scooby Doo show only has 3 seasons, so in comparison, the Scooby Doo show third season isn't really my favorite because it doesn't include Scooby Dum. So it feels like another Scooby Doo Where Are You season. The next character that I want to talk about is Scooby D. I forgot to mention that Scooby Dum and Scooby D are both cousins of Scooby Doo. Scooby D only appears in 1 episode, and I would consider this episode as my favorite episode. She appears in the 4th episode of second season. This is where all 3 dogs were in this episode. If Scooby Dum is chocolate chip, Scooby D is like the cherry on a cake. So Scooby D is like an actress. She is kind and sweet. She's a bit like Daphne though, because the monster does kidnap her. I do think the episode she was in was the most fun episode yet. I do wish that both Scooby Dum and Scooby D appeared in future shows. I think they significantly improved the show. So Scooby Doo has 3 seasons. I will say that the second season is probably my favorite season. Not only is shorter and more concise with 8 episodes, it has 2 episodes dedicated to Scooby Dum and 1 episode dedicated to both Scooby Dum and Scooby Doo. And in general, I think the quality of the show is better in season 2. The first season only has 16 episodes, which makes it more long and drawn out. And I think that only 2 or 3 episodes are dedicated to Scooby Dum in season 1. And I think season 3 is probably my least favourite season because it did not include any of the Scooby Dums or Scooby Doo. So it feels like another Scooby Doo Where Are You season. So season 3 is kind of disappointing. It's like a regular cookie. So in my opinion overall, I do think the Scooby Doo show is slightly more better than Scooby Doo Where Are You? I think the visual quality is much more better in the Scooby Doo show, and the sound quality as well. And I do think the characters like Scooby Dum and Scooby Doo do make it a bit more improvement. I would consider that the Scooby Doo show is the underrated show because I don't think a lot of people talk about this show. They will most likely to talk about Scooby Doo Where Are You or Mystery Incorporated. there's less likely going to talk about this one, which I do think is a shame because I do think this is better than the original. So it's worth a watch. I highly recommend it. Um, so that's it for today for this video. What do you think of this show? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's better or worse than this Scooby Doo? Where are you? Let us know in the comments. Uh, it has been fun covering the Scooby Doo show, and I'm happy to move on to the next thing. Anyway, if you like this video and want more videos from me, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and help me reach 500 subscribers so that I can be monetized. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.